Hey, it's been a while, and you probably didn't really even notice it because I had backlogged quite a few videos for the YouTube channel, and so I've been posting videos, just maybe not as consistent as I used to. I used to post about once a week, and as of recently, you've maybe seen one like every 2 to 3 weeks, and that's because I moved. A lot has changed, but I'm back.
We are back, baby. We are f***ing back. We're back.
So I'm back with a new space. As you can see behind me here, this is totally real, except for like that light up there that's totally fake. That's using a gobo light from Suray that they sent me, and super, super cool to work with. But I'm back, and this is my new space, and this is a much bigger room than what I had been working with in the past. So I'm really excited to get this set up, get it looking pretty. As you can see, I started to build some stuff back here so that I can have a really nice backdrop and a space for reviewing some more equipment, doing some live streaming tutorials. But I just wanted to take a few moments of your time to update you on my personal life and where things have been, because obviously some people will start to question and be like, oh, I wonder where he went, or why he hasn't been posting as much lately, or I noticed that he made a video that kind of alluded to something personally that was happening. So let me catch you up to speed, and then I'm going to give you kind of an update of what you can expect from here moving forward. About a year and a half ago, I made a huge leap of faith. I entered a new relationship, and I moved my entire life from Baltimore, my hometown, down to Northern Virginia. And I was living in Alexandria, Virginia. And as life would have it, and things change and move constantly for me, I ultimately decided to make another change. So I'm here in Virginia. I've been spending my time growing my business down here in Virginia and working on tons of projects in the Washington, D.C. area. I still commute back to Baltimore. It's only about an hour to an hour and a half drive, depending on traffic. So I'm working in this whole area from Baltimore all the way down through Northern Virginia. And I wanted to share with you kind of how the business changed since that time, because I had my studio lease from November of 2020 until November of 2023. And then ultimately, I decided that I could kind of break things down a little bit, be a little bit lighter and nimble, not own as much equipment, even though I own a ton of equipment still. And I got rid of the studio, and that's kind of like right around the time where I was figuring out moving down here to Virginia. The business has been great, really. I mean, moving from one state to another kind of scared me at first because I thought that business was just going to die out. But what I realized was the foundation that I had put in place was really responsible for keeping things going. And to be honest, it didn't really skip a beat. I didn't really see too much of a decrease in the amount that I was making or the amount of work that I was doing. It just changed slightly. So instead of having as many of my local clients directly in Baltimore, some of them have either, fallen off or just have been working with other companies that are more local. Some of them just aren't spending as much money right now. So a few of them are just not really hiring anyone for video needs. And so how did I complement or supplement that loss of income? Well, basically, I relied a little bit heavier on a lot of the companies that subcontract to me. So if you know me, I recommend to anyone that's trying to grow their video business that you really make friends with other videographers and AV companies in your area. So for me, that's been 3 core companies. The first one is the majority contractor that's used for all of AV at a local university. So if you follow me, you might see I post at Georgetown a lot. I've been there for probably over a decade now. I think it's been about 12 years, and I'm just subbed in for random things, right? It might be camera operator for the day. It might be to run live streaming. It could just be as an extra set of hands, maybe like an A2, so that I'm doing audio and just miking up some people. And that's been really keeping me busy because I can pick and choose the days when I go out and do that job. And then the second one is there's a local video studio that's here in Washington, D.C., and I'm good friends with their studio manager. And so they have projects where they might just bring in a DP for the day. They might just bring in kind of a studio tech for the day. And a lot of the times I'm kind of on my own. I've met the client already. I know the drill. And basically I'm just walking in, turning on lights. The studio is kind of preset. They're leaving SD cards for me. I'm ready to go. And all I do is just kind of press record and work with the talent or the client that comes in for the day. So very, very simple on my part. That's the second one that's really filled a lot of my time. And then the third one has been kind of subbing out under other freelancers, so other videographers that might need a second set of hands for the day, a second shooter for the day. And that's really been what has kind of carried me through this time. And some of those connections were built before I moved down here. Some of them were actually built after I moved down here. So you always want to be connecting with other people in the local area. How do you do it? I've got a few other videos on that, but the best way is to just use Google. See who is in your area, reach out to them. If you don't hear back, follow up with them. Just keep following up until you hear something back from them. It might take a while if they're busy in their business. So reach out for a coffee or a networking lunch and just kind of chat with them and talk about some of their projects. And I found that when I have some projects too, I will take those people and be like, hey, I need a second shooter. I have a project coming up. Can you help me out? And that starts to build that relationship and build that trust. So that's where the business has been for the past year and a half. Now, on the personal side, I want you all to know not to worry about me. I am perfectly healthy. I'm in great shape. I could probably work out a little bit more because sitting in front of a desk and a camera quite a bit isn't exactly the healthiest thing. But all intents and purposes, I am a relatively healthy person. And so it's mostly just been working on me, taking more time for myself outside of work, being able to just relax and learn how to turn off, because I was horrible at that. It was so easy to just work a 16-hour day, get home, crash, and even if I had a day off, my brain is still going, or I need to catch up with client work or calls or meetings. And so I'm still learning how to master that ability to kind of turn things off, set work aside for my personal life. And that leads me to what's been super fun for me, which is I play trivia on a trivia team every week. We go to a local bar. It's been fantastic. It's been a really good time, and it's helping me to make some more friends in this area. So that is kind of the, in a nutshell, master update of where I've been and what I've been doing, how the business has been going. Let's talk a little bit about what you can expect on the channel moving forward. So part of this is that I see this channel as a two-way street with me and you. If you notice, I respond to as many comments and questions as I possibly can on my videos. I don't always get back to every single one. A couple fall through the cracks, or some of them might be like, if you're recommending that I make a video about something, it will go into a list. And so it's on the list. I've taken it into consideration, and it might just be coming out a little bit later down the road. So there is a running list of content that I would like to make at some point in time. It's all there. It's just about finding and creating the time so that I can do that. Now that this setup is back in place, I want to do more of that. So with that being said, because this is a two-way street, I'm still figuring out like all of this stuff back here. My goal is to hide, there's like a light switch on the wall. My goal is to kind of dress up this a little bit so it's not as dark. I want to make things look really good for you so that I can make the killer content that I have been so far. But that leads me to a question. What is it that you want to learn? What would you like to see me do more of? Now, keep in mind I'm within this space and these confines. I don't have a studio available to me at all times, so it's mostly happening at home. So I can't always show a huge setup. I also subcontract other companies, so it's not always right or fair for me to take a camera behind the scenes of some of the bigger projects that I'm working on, because I'm getting paid to work there. And so I don't want to be pulling out a camera and focused on making my own content when it's someone else's client. And that's just out of respect to them. So yeah, I would love to do some behind the scenes stuff, but talk to me tech-wise. Tech, gear, what is it that you guys would want to see? Let me know down in the comments section below, because I'm going to take all of that, compile that into a list, and then hopefully get to work on creating some more videos for you. As far as frequency goes, I would love to be doing weekly. That's really the goal, is on a weekly basis. If I can get videos out to you all, that would be fantastic. But just know that I also have my business to run and all of my work happening, and hopefully a social life on the side of that. So there's a lot to do, and I will do my best to make sure that I can get a video out either every week or every other week. Now, some fun and exciting things coming up. Well, NAB show, National Association of Broadcasters, is coming up in April. I will be in attendance from April 5th to 9th, so if you're able to make it out to Las Vegas, I would love to see you there. I would love to get together. Maybe we can get a little group lunch or dinner going sometime. Hit me up. Let me know in those comments as well if you plan on going, because I want to have a meetup with all of you and spend as much time as possible with each and every single one of you. Now, a couple quick notes, and if you've watched this far, thank you, because I realized I'm kind of rambling here, but there's a few things that don't come up in my videos as often because I'm really bad at self-promotion. So some of you might be thinking, how can I work more with Zephan, or how can I reach out to him? I need some help on some things. I do offer private consulting, and I have done it for a few clients. It's still very limited as far as how much time I have to dedicate to that, because I'm out there running my business and getting my video projects in. But I want to let you know that there is some contact information down below this video if you're trying to get in touch with me. And then on top of that, some of you may or may not know that I have a free tool. It's linked to down below in the description, and that tool teaches you how to price your services. So if you're in the video industry and you're thinking, I am not charging enough, or I am not making enough, or you just want to kind of double check your prices against how I would price things, I encourage you to download that free tool. It's just below this video. You can also go to videopricetool.com, and then you'll be able to download that from there. It's a free download. I do have an email list, so fair warning, you'll get a couple emails every now and then. And then most importantly, I do have my online courses. So if you are a videographer or a filmmaker that's seeing this and you're trying to learn how to add live streaming as a service, and you want both the tech side of what do I need to do to make the tech work, but also the business side, how do I price it? How do I land the clients? Where do I find the clients? How do I network? All that is in Six Figure Live Streamer. And then lastly, I do have a second course, and that is the 333 Creators Challenge. So if you found that it's been troublesome getting off and started with this year, if you found that you're not really sure how to find your next client, if you don't really know what you're doing and you're just like, messaging people on like Production Hub or on Craigslist, or you got on Upwork trying to offer editing services and nothing is working for you, the 333 Creators Challenge, with my goal with that is to be able to teach you how to land 3 new clients in 30 days or less at $3,000 or more. If you're not already doing that, that might be the perfect opportunity for you to learn, because I have daily video trainings and homework every day for 30 days. And it's designed so that you can repeat it. So as you go through it, if you skipped over some of the steps or some of the process, or things aren't moving as quickly as you would like, you can actually repeat that process over and over again, and you'll get full lifetime access to that at one affordable price. So that is my pitch. I am not going to sit here and pitch to you constantly. I just want to throw it out there that some people don't realize that these are some offerings that I do have. And then finally, if there are any offerings that you haven't seen or heard of in my videos or down below in the description, please let me know. I am open to potentially designing something for a group coaching or group education, but I don't want it to be spammy like all of the other people out there. So just putting that out into the universe. If there's enough people that are interested, then I will consider something like that. So that is my long drawn out update on like where I've been for the past year. If you have any questions, definitely put them down below. If you have ideas of what video content you want me to make from here, let me know, and give me tips. Like, what do I need to do to improve this? I want to hide that little light switch there. I might get like a tall plant to go back there. Let's see. This is kind of dark back here. I want to fix some of that and get a couple more lights in there. And ultimately just want to make this the coolest setup that I can. So let me know what you think, and I'll chat with you down in the comments. See ya.